Hi there, I'm Yakumo and this is Retrocore 3, Volume 20, and starting off today's show we've got this lovely game from Konami called S.P.Y, which apparently stands for Special Project Y, or at least Konami seem to think so. So we start off the game flying into the screen over the sea, or the ocean, towards what looks like an evil getaway paradise island. Tell you what, this S.P.Y certainly gives James Bond a run for its money. I think James Bond never blew a helicopter away while using a jetpack. And straight away you can see that the second stage is a completely different way of playing the game. Yes, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up shoot-em-up. In fact, it's quite similar to the way Sunset Riders plays. We're not intent with just keeping with one style, Konami go back to the 3D version of the game. Now it's actually quite good because to move forward you push forward on the joystick. So you'd actually have control of the movements going into the screen. Collision detection's a bit dodgy though. Again with a different style play, now we're doing a 2D linear platformer section. The other 2D section you saw where you could actually walk up and down the screen. This 2D section you can only walk sideways, you can't actually go in and out of the screen. Now playability wise, it's all fairly good. I would say that the 3D sections do have a bit of a dodgy collision detection. But considering the age of the game, you're sort of going to let that pass. And that does look a bit strange being in a little box, especially for an arcade game. But it's pretty nice. So yeah, if you're after something a little bit like Rolling Thunder, why not check out S.P.Y? Well, no, Konami is pretty much unknown. Good games. Yeah, the PC Engine has hundreds of shoot-em-ups on it, so to stand out to the crowd you've got to be a bit special. But can Burning Angels do that? Well, maybe. Or maybe not. So what we have here is your standard vertical scrolling shoot-em-up with pretty weak audio if you ask me. Tunes are not very impressive. Especially for the game of this type, you want something which is a bit kicking, you know? Your background music. One nice feature though is when you do the smart bomb, the second player playing will come on and aid you in the battle. Which is a nice little feature. But apart from that, I can't really see anything that makes Burning Angels stand out amongst the crowd of many shoot-em-ups on the PC Engine. You can't help to think that a special attack there is sort of ripped off G-Force or Battle of the Planets or what was the name for it? Oh, the Japanese name Gatchaman. You know, the Golden Phoenix, that's what it looks like to me. Mind you, between levels you do get these cutscenes, which are pretty nice, I guess. The ladies seem to be sitting in pretty provocative ways there, I think. Yeah. And on stage 2, and as you can see, the background looks pretty similar to stage 1. One thing I did notice about this game is sometimes it can be difficult to see where the enemy's bullets are coming from. Occasionally they do sort of tend to blend into the background, which can be quite annoying when you die and you don't know what killed you. And you can see from this gameplay video, I'm not really bothered in actually playing the game. Ah, game over. Never mind.
Game Creative Staff, Wolf Team.
fuck Sammy. Oh, Sammy made some real shit, didn't they, back in the day? Oh man. Well, it's a beat 'em up, and it seems to be produced by Japanese, so it should be okay. Is it? Fuck survival arts? This shite. The first character that you play against is called Mongo. Bloody hell. Blazing Saddles, anyone? She looks like a high school girl.
Why?
Okay, so when Mortal Kombat became popular, which I also think is shit, everybody decided to make a bloody digitized beat 'em up. Even Capcom did. And they were all bloody shit. But this is one of the lowest ones of all.
Why?
Now some of you may be thinking that the big sprites, those speed lines that come on when you kill somebody, the demonic audio, all seems very reminiscent of battle monsters for the Sega Saturn. Well, that's because the people who made this is actually the same people who made battle monsters on the Sega Saturn. That's right, Scarab. Scarab made a lot of shitty games, including battle monsters on the Sega Saturn and this shit. Now the problems with this shit is, it's pretty much unplayable. The CPU is way too difficult to beat, even on the lowest level setting. Animation is pathetic, collision detection is really poor. I do sort of like the demonic audio. It's a bit different. And look at the gore. The guy split in half and lots of snakes fell out of his body from the looks of it. Oh fucking hell, they put a bonus stage in as well. God, I hate bonus stages. I don't really know anyone who likes bonus stages. So yeah, as I was saying, the game looks pretty poor. The controls really bad. In fact, the controls like battle monsters on the Sega Saturn. What the fuck was that? Many shit digitized beat 'em ups out there, but this is one of the lowest.
Why?
From digitized shitty beat 'em ups to hand-drawn shitty beat 'em ups. But I'm gonna let this one pass from being shite of the month, just for one reason and one reason only. It's perverted. So any kids watching this section in the video should skip it, I think. So running on the PC98 or NEC's PC98, you're going to expect this game to be full of porn. And yes it is. So what we have is a pretty poorly animated and pretty unplayable 2D beat 'em up featuring lots of ladies. Now the reason why I said it's pretty poor to play is because the move seems to be impossible to get out. The NEC PC98 only uses 2 buttons, and try as hard as you might, but it is quite difficult to find the right timing to get out the special moves. would you want to play this game? Well, Japanese males would probably want to play the game for one reason only, to see the porn. Now to keep within YouTube's policies, no porn and all that, I've had to pixelate out certain aspects of the game. Now that bit's not too bad, but this bit, yeah, I've had to pixelate that one out. It gets worse. Oh, she's never shown anyone a bit, eh? Bloody hell. Oh, that's enough of that shit. Okay, so let's get on to some more real gaming. Classic Taito HQ, Chase HQ, plus Special Crime Investigator, or S.C.I. This is for the Sega Saturn, a double pack which is well worth getting if you're into the old classic Chase HQ games. Not that Super Chase HQ that came out on the Super Famicom and the Mega Drive, mind you, that was bloody awful. So basically what we have is two arcade, pretty much perfect conversions via Sega Saturn. Now being a Japanese only release, it's going to be missing that classic speech, "Let's go, Mr. Driver," because it's all in Japanese, this one. Now I'm going to be completely honest here, the controls on Chase HQ are pretty awful, and it's not the conversion that's pretty awful, it's the way Chase HQ was. You know, maybe back in the day it was acceptable, but these days they're just far too twitchy, the controls. I checked out the arcade version as well on MAME and it's exactly the same. So for those who don't know, the idea of Chase HQ is to get in your sports car, burn down the road after the bad guy, and when you find him, ram the shit out of his car to make him fall over. I've upset the co-driver there. I'm meant to be going left. So Taito did try and make a bit of variety into the game by giving you different routes. Of course, if you take the correct route, you get to the bad guy a lot more quicker. Okay, so here we go with S.C.I.
オープンチャンネルコード4、失踪中のパティらしき女を乗せたスポーツカーが郊外に向かって逃走中。作戦を開始せよ。どうぞ。
So this is a sequel. I don't think the presentation is as nice looking as the original. Actually, in-game graphics do look a bit better. Now basically this is the exact same game as Chase HQ, except now you have a partner in the car who sticks his head out and shoots a gun at the bad guys as well. Actually, take down the bad guys, you can still just ram the shit out of the car.
ナンシー、逃走者発見、背後に向かう。どうぞ。あのね。OK。OK。OK。
うるせえな。命令は町のボスボブの仕業だ。この娘はおとり、人質は別の車だよ。俺は他の車のことなんか知りっこねえだろうが。
Okay, so first thing I must do is apologize for this wire that keeps popping into the frame. The reason it being is I'm actually taking this on my telephone. My video camera's ran out of batteries, and my digital DSLR's ran out of batteries. So all I've got left is the cell phone, which doesn't need charging, or so I thought, until I tried to make the video, and then it ran out of batteries too. Great. So it's actually connected to a wall socket over there at the moment. Oh, that Mega Drive is just a project which I'm working on, in case you're wondering. So anyway, we're going to take a look at this. This is Axis for the Sega Mega Drive. A wonderful, classic old school shooter. Pretty tough. And it actually comes with some lovely postcards. I'll try and get these out with one hand, it's not that easy. As with all my Mega Drive cartridges, this one's absolutely mint. I only collect mint Mega Drive cartridges. And look at that, it's got all the postcards in there, which you can see them scanned on my site if you want to see what they all look like. Anyway, so the reason why I'm showing you this is because we're going to do a comparison. We're going to take a comparison look at this version of Axis, which is the retail version, compared to this version. Now this is a genuine Japanese Mega Drive prototype. Not a reproduction, not a copy, this is the genuine real deal. Now as we know, prototypes are pretty hard to find, but Japanese prototypes are very, very hard to find. The reason being is Japanese companies seem to take their security a lot more seriously than Western companies do. Now as you can see, this is coming on 4 chips. I have no idea what size the chips are. There's 4 of them. And they are EEPROMs, which is why they're covered up by this sticker, which is sort of gone a bit mouldy over the years by the looks of it. But as I said, this is the real deal, this is not a fake. This cartridge came from Telnet Japan. And this version of Axis is completely different, well not completely different, but is very different from the retail version which we all know and love. If we can get it back in focus. Come on telephone, focus please. No. No, no, it doesn't want to focus. Focus your bugger. Ah, what's up there? Yeah, I'll put this down here. Never mind. Bloody telephone. So anyway, let's take a look at this version of Axis versus the retail version, and let's see how different they are. First I must explain that the prototype version of this game was actually filmed using a camera pointing at the TV screen, which explains why it's got a slightly different colour look to it. Now I'll be looking at the game's demonstration mode here. As you can see, the prototype has no screens at all for this section. You probably noticed already that the tanks in the retail game did look a lot different than the tanks in the prototype version. Not only that, but the colours of the helicopters will also be different. The power-up pods are actually a different design in the prototype. Pretty much every enemy is a different colour. Now we're just watching the game run its demonstration loop at the moment. Surprisingly, they both have the exact same timing. but the actual demonstration loops are different. Also notice in the top left hand corner, the prototype version says rest, whereas in the full version, the retail version of the game, it says enemies. Also, the prototype version equips you with much better weapons. But the prototype version of the game is much more difficult than the retail version of the game. In the prototype version of the game, you have to take out much more enemies compared to the retail version of the game. Not only that, but the enemies are a lot tougher as well. And the end of level bosses, bloody hell, they're just unbelievable in the prototype. Way more difficult. Just take a look at the second wave of this train type boss here. Just throwing all sorts of shit at me. But even though the game is a lot more difficult on the prototype version, they do give you more continues. In fact, they give you 8 to start off with, whereas in the retail version of the game you only get 5.